Welcome, and thank you for joining us for day 7 of our 21-day series. Today we will be taking on core yoga. Whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and meet in our child's pose, bringing the big toes to touch, widening the knees as we bring the glutes to meet the heels. Walk the hands down, forehead meets the mat, child's pose. Taking a few breaths here as we start to focus in on the breath and the body. Taking these last few moments to connect with our Ujjayi breath. And on that next inhale, we'll inhale as we come to our tabletop position. We'll come to our beast pose by tucking the toes, lifting the knees about an inch and a half off the mat. As we keep the core nice and tight here, holding for 30 seconds. We want the wrists to be aligned with the shoulders, the knees to be aligned with the hips. Dropping to the knees at any time if we need. You're doing amazing. We're almost there. And on that next exhale, we'll send the hips up, coming to our down dog. We'll inhale that right leg into the air. And on that exhale, bringing it as close as we can to the chest, the nose, the head. On inhale, we reach up. And on exhale, we bring the knee into the chest. Pressing through the palms, lifting the hips, arching the back. Beautiful work. Give me one last inhale. Exhale, toes to the mat. We'll inhale that left leg up into the air, and on that exhale, bringing it in towards the chest, the nose, the head. Finding your flow, your crunch here. Connecting breath to movement. Listening to the body at any time if we need to stop. We'll take one last inhale as we reach the leg up. Exhale, return toes to the mat. On that next inhale, we'll shift forward, finding that plank pose from hands or from forearms. You want to keep that core nice and tight. We're going to send the hips for a total of 10 rounds, 5 each side to side for our low plank dips. Working on the obliques here, really focusing on that side to side motion. Keeping that core strong. We want the wrists or the elbows aligned with the shoulders. We'll take one more each side, and after that final one, we'll drop the knees as we flip around, making our way to a seated position. As we transition to our next pose, our boat pose. I'm going to first demonstrate the few options that we have as we come into our boat pose. Coming into our boat pose, we want to be grounded on the sit bones with that chest lifted. For our first option, we start with the toes on the mat, and on inhale, we bring the legs up, keeping a slight bend in the knee. Our second option is going to be slight bend in the knees to legs all the way straight in the air. We also have a third option of just holding with the toes on the mat, knees slightly bent or all the way straight. Rolling the shoulders back as we come back with that chest lifted. Finding your option. We can keep the arms behind the thigh for support, or we can extend the arms straight out. We want the core nice and tight here. Connecting with the breath and whatever variation we're in. Taking one last breath, and on that next exhale, we'll bring the hands under the thighs, return the feet to the mat, and find a reclined position, extending the legs out, bringing the hands interlaced behind the head. We want to bring the head and the shoulders off the mat. As we inhale that right leg up, left leg follows, both legs return to the mat. Inhale, left leg up, right leg follows, slow with control, return the legs to the mat. Right leg reaches up, left leg follows, slow with control. Focusing on the core, that lower core as we inhale, taking this at your own pace as we connect breath with movement. Taking one more each side. And after that final exhale, we can gently release shoulders and head to the mat. Send the arms out, palms facing up as we prepare for a final relaxation. We'll start to quiet the mind and focus in on the body and the breath, taking a moment for yourself before we go about our crazy busy day. You can start to wiggle the toes and wiggle the fingers, taking a moment to roll over onto that right side to find clarity and security in our fetal pose position. Take a moment to congratulate yourself for making it to the mat today. And when we're ready, we'll make our way to a seated position on the mat. We'll bring the hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me on day 7 of our 21-day yoga series. Today we ended our first week with a core yoga. I hope you enjoyed, and if you made it this far, go ahead and leave me a fire emoji in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified daily of our new videos. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself this week, for making it to the mat each and every day. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.